It's all God, this ain't no lie. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Oh, yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah. It's all God, this ain't no lie. Yeah. I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to swing my bat at this. He said, boy, if I pitch it, it's out of the park. Moving so quick, it's like they stuck in park. They see the numbers, but I see the heart. 10,000 hours you spent in the dark, putting in good work, even though you didn't even know that it would work. Talking about a man who grew up in woodwork, do it for the love of it, that's the way it should work. I know some people gon' look at me crazy and I'm like, for what? Man, I was stuck, I was down, but now I'm up. This all God, this ain't no love. I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm down. Now I'm up like a seesaw. When I'm on a beat like an old man's lawn, better keep off. From the ground to the treetops, got clouds on my feet like Jack in the Beanstalk. Jumped off quick, went straight in a free fall. Cowboy hat and a mic singing yeehaw. Landed on my feet like a feline. Put him back in the seat like a recline. Ay, what you mean I'm not worthy? Did it with a purpose, didn't need a permit. Digging from the bottom and I brought it to the surface. Mind your business, now who I worship. Who the little guy making big moves. Tick tock, turn it to a tick boom. Yeah, I talk a lot of stuff. Probably thought it was a bluff till I went and turned it where I was down, but now I'm up. Let's go. It's all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up.
Run, run, river, carry me home to the ocean. The river and the road take me home to the ocean. The friends in my lifeline, stars in the sky, leave the lights on. I'm trying to get back home. The river keeps on flowing to the ocean.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Roswell's Park for Tuesday action between your Moose Jaw Miller Express and the Regina Red Sox, sponsored by Lions Creek. A reminder to pick up your programs at the Mid-Buffalo Breaking Wheel ticket window to play RBC Royal Bank Bingo and win other prizes, courtesy of our sponsors. Tonight, the Moose Jaw Miller Express would like to acknowledge our graduating players. As seniors, they concluded their collegiate careers in the spring, and we'd like to honor them for their time here in the Friendly City. Please welcome to the field Miller's President Daryl Pichot, General Manager Corey Olofsson, along with Head Coach Michael Gonzalez, and Assistant Coaches Jeff Freeborn and Michael Hunt. This year's Senior Award recipients are Antonio Sansone, Chris Franks, Jimmy Kurtz, R.J. Patrick, Aiden Johnson, Michael Rago, Garen Plummer, Hayden Simon, Jacob Keeley, Eduardo Sainz, Ben Wallachek, William Edwards, Weston Walls. And he just set another single-season WCBL record for runs scored, Thomas Soto. Thank you guys for your contributions to the Moose Jaw Miller Express and our community. Fans, congratulations to our graduating seniors. Over the last 2 weeks, fans have been placing their votes for the Fans' Choice Award. To present, please welcome back Miller's president, Daryl Pichot, general manager Corey Olafson, head coach Michael Gonzalez, and assistant coaches Jeff Freeborn and Michael Hunt. Well, as I stated, this young man has wrote his name into the record books twice this season. A single season record for stolen bases and runs scored, and the 2026 Moose Jaw Miller Express Fans Choice Award winner, number 22, Thomas Soto. Congratulations, Thomas, and try the Soto Dog, available at the concession stand here tonight. Before we get ready for tonight's game, just a reminder, the WCBL playoffs will start Friday night here at Roswell's Park, an opponent to be determined. Playoff tickets are available now at the Mid-Muffler Break and Wheel ticket window. Time now for our starting lineups. First, our umpire crew tonight. We have Huck Craig, Brent Chadwick, and Jordy Dwyer. Now the lineup for the visiting Regina Red Sox. Leading off is second baseman number 27, Jake Fowler. Batting second, right fielder number 17, Ty Martinez. Batting third is center fielder number 26, Ian Montz. Batting fourth, shortstop number 2, Brady Bye. Batting fifth is first baseman number 20, Carson Cox. Batting sixth, left fielder number 31, Reese Rena. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 21, Mateo Pierre. Batting eighth is catcher number 37, Derek Kepke. And batting ninth is third baseman number 43, Chance Deskelchuk. Their starting pitcher tonight, number 23, Nico Hasapis. Now the starting lineup for your Moose Jaw Miller Express. At shortstop, number 22, Thomas Soto. In right field, number 27, William Edwards. In center field, number 4, Chris Bright. At first base, number 25, Eduardo Sai. Your catcher, number 18, Garen Plummer. Your designated hitter, number 10, Jimmy Kurtz. At third base, number 11, Michael Rego. In left field, number 9, Pacey Phillips. At second base, number 13, Ben Wallachek. And your starting pitcher, number 7, Jacob Glazner. At this time, we would like to recognize Corporal Jerry Halliman, who's with us from the Saskatchewan Dragoons tonight, hoisting the Canadian flag at home plate. We ask that, please rise if you are able and remove your headwear for the singing of our national anthem performed by Ruth Abigail.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Ruth. Great job.
Thank you, Ruth Abigail with the Canadian National Anthem. And hi again, everybody. Welcome to Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada for Tuesday night Western Canadian Baseball League action here on FloCollege. I'm your host, the voice of the Moose Jaw Miller Express, Rod Peterson, joined by our producer, director, switcher, Jenna Moore. And we're set to bring you the play-by-play description of the Regina Red Sox at the Miller Express on a Tuesday night. Jeff Freeborn throwing out the first pitch, the Millers' first-year pitching coach. And what a year it's been, as the Millers have already clinched first place in the Eastern Division, a club record 40 victories. They go to 41, will try to go to 41 tonight with the Regina Red Sox in town. And they close out the regular season Wednesday night, tomorrow night, at Saskatoon. Beautiful night for baseball here in Canada's most notorious city. We will get to the conditions in a moment, but first the batting order for the visiting Red Sox, who come in 24-29. That's third place in the Eastern Division. Batting first, the second baseman, Jake Fowler. Batting second, the right fielder, Ty Martinez. Batting third, the center fielder, Ian Montz. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, Brady Bye. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Carson Cox. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Reese Rena. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Mateo Pierre. Batting eighth, the catcher, Derek Kepke. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Chance Deskilchuk. Their starting pitcher today is number 23, Nico Hasapis. For the Millers, Jacob Glazner will have another shot at setting a single-season WCBL record for wins by a starter. He comes into the game with 8. The record is 9. He's the starting pitcher today. The catcher is Garen Plummer. The first baseman, Eduardo Saenz. The second baseman, Ben Wolochek. At third, Michael Rego. The shortstop is Thomas Soto. By the way, 7:09 first pitch from Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. It is Miller time. Left fielder is Pacey Phillips. The center fielder is Chris Franks. And the right fielder is Will Edwards, as we're ready to go. The lefty from Apache Junction, Arizona. Jacob Glazner looks in, kicks, and delivers. And first pitch, a swing and a miss from Jake Fowler. 0-1. Great job by Jenna Moore carrying the entire pregame festivities here on our FloCollege broadcast of the graduating seniors. And as you heard, here's the 0-1, swung on and fouled back out of play. And as you heard, Thomas Soto taking home the Fans' Choice Most Popular Player Award. Again, Thomas Soto is going to need a U-Haul to take home all the hardware that he has picked up in his graduating season from the WCBL. Changeup is fouled off, and 0-2 the count here on Jake Fowler, the leadoff hitter for the Regina Red Sox here this afternoon. Or this evening, sorry. Ty Martinez is on deck. Jake Fowler from Los Alamitos, California. Leadoff hitter here today, and their starting second baseman. 1-2 the count on Fowler. As Glazner looks in, delivers, and this one fouled off. 1-2 remains the count on Jake Fowler. As mentioned, couldn't it be a better night for baseball? 22 degrees Celsius. For our U.S. friends, that's 71 Fahrenheit. And the wind west at 9. Pitch of the dirt, 2-2 on Jake Fowler. Last start for Glazner was Friday. This one fouled off, 2-2. The eventual 8-7 victory for the Millers over the Medicine Hat Mavericks. I saw him a couple of days later. Jacob said, you know, a couple of those change-ups you called were curves. Went back and watched the broadcast. That's why we got to be on point, Jenna, as you know. The 2-2 high and outside, and it's a full count here on Jake Fowler, the second baseman for the Red Sox. Ty Martinez on deck, followed by Ian Montz. Let's see what Jacob Glazner has up his sleeve here for the payoff pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off, and Fowler stays alive at 3-2. Sold out house here for the final home game of the regular season. Tickets are on sale now. Games 1 and 2 of round 1 go Friday, Saturday here. This one popped up. Foul territory down the first base line. Drifting, Ben Wolochek over to make the catch. And that is one away. Marathon at bat for the leadoff hitter, Jake Fowler, ends in the leadoff hitter flying out to the second baseman. And Ty Martinez will come to the plate, the right fielder for the Regina Red Sox, with Ian Montz on deck. Again, not sure if you picked it up during the pregame ceremonies or festivities, or maybe you joined us late, but tickets are on sale now. Fastball right down the pipe for strike one, called on Ty Martinez, the right fielder. Out of South Weber, Utah. The 0-1 swung on, and this fouled back and out of play. Games 1 and 2 Friday, Saturday against an as yet to be determined opponent. So positioning still being jockeyed for with 2 nights left in the regular season. The 0-2 got him on the changeup. Swing and a miss, and there's strikeout number 1 on the night for Jacob Glazner, and 2 away here in the top of the first inning as Ian Montz, the center fielder, comes to the plate for the Regina Red Sox from Lafayette, Louisiana, and he plays at Louisiana State Shreveport. Brady Bye is on deck. Slider outside for ball 1, 1-0 from Glazner. Jacob making his 12th start of the season. Has an 8-2 record on the year and a 6.40 ERA. 1-1 the count here on Montz. Outside with this delivery, 2-1. Shadows stretching across the infield here. A perfect Saskatchewan summer night for August the 4th. Game number 55. Here's the 2-1. That caught the outside edge of the strike zone. 2-2 is the count. Huck Craig is the home plate umpire. Brent Cheese Chadwick is the first base umpire. Out in the field, Jordy Dwyer at third currently. Here's the 2-2. Low and away, full count here on Montz. Swing and a miss, got him. Strikeout number 2, out number 3. Jacob Glazner strikeout the side, and we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless. Due up Soto, Edwards, and Franks, and you are watching WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Bottom of the first at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. Here's the batting order for the 40-14 Millers. Batting leadoff, the shortstop Thomas Soto. Batting second, the right fielder Will Edwards. Batting third, the center fielder Chris Franks. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Eduardo Saenz. Batting fifth, the catcher Garen Plummer. Batting sixth, the designated hitter Jimmy Kurtz. Batting seventh, the third baseman Michael Rigo. Batting eighth, the left fielder Pacey Phillips. And batting ninth, the second baseman Ben Wallachek. You saw all those graduating seniors. If you were paying attention to the pregame festivities, that is the vast, vast majority of the starters. You know they want to go out with a bang. They want to go out with a championship. So this historic season won't mean a thing. They know it. If they don't, oh sure, there'll be pennants, some individual records. But they all want to go home with black and yellow championship rings. As Thomas Soto leads it off, Nico Hasapis is the starting pitcher for the Regina Red Sox here tonight. He wears number 23. And Soto takes the first pitch in for a ball. Nico from Pilot Butte, Saskatchewan. Their starting pitcher here tonight, the righty. 6'4", 200. This one swung on, hit in the air to center field. Sliding and getting past the center fielder, Franks. Thomas is around second, on his way to third. And Thomas is safe with a leadoff triple. How about that? I told you, and you already know, Thomas Soto has been getting hot at a fantastic time. And for the graduating senior, that is his second triple of the season. Comes on the heels of the game-winning 3-run home run here on Sunday in the clincher of the 39th victory of the season, where he also set his own record in runs scored with 71. First pitch from Hasapis is inside at the letters on Will Edwards, 1-0. Thomas Soto aboard with a leadoff triple here, and that got him excited at the sold-out Ross Wells Park. Strike one called here on Will Edwards, 1-1. This one fouled off by Will, 1-2. This must be, unless my stats are deceiving me or my eyes, the first start of the season for Nico Hasapis. They clinched a playoff berth last night, the Regina Red Sox, with a 13-5 win at Saskatoon. Fastball is a roller to first. That is scooped up by the first baseman, Cox. He'll step on the bag and one away. Will Edwards grounds out to the first baseman. Nico Hasapis, the starting pitcher. The catcher is Derek Kepke. The first baseman is Carson Cox. The second baseman, Jake Fowler. The third baseman, Chance Deskelchuk. The shortstop is Brady By. In left field, Reese Rena. In center field, Ian Mons. And in right field, Ty Martinez. As Chris Franks comes to the plate here for the Millers with one out. And Thomas Soto at third. The first pitch is low and inside for ball one, 1-0. Chris Franks, one of the many graduating seniors out of Wooster, Ohio. And Ashland University, his first season and last in the WCBL, memorable. Outside for ball two, 2-0. The count here on Chris Franks. The club's RBI leader with 55. Two better than teammate Will Edwards. This one caught the inside edge for strike one, called by home plate umpire Huck Craig. Yeah, last game for the Red Sox, a 13-5 win at the Saskatoon Berries. Last game for the Millers, an 11-3 loss at Weyburn last night, second of a doubleheader. This one, a chopper towards short. Not in time. The throw from the shortstop, Brady by. And it's a run-scoring single for Chris Franks, and the Millers are on the board. Thomas Soto scores his league record 73rd run scored on the season. And the first baseman, Eduardo Saenz, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw in the bottom of the first inning. They now lead it 1-0. I mean, be honest, Jenna, did you think coming in Soto would break his own record for runs scored this year? You did. She did. She did. Okay. And here goes Thomas, already the league leader in stolen bases, but I think this one, yeah, he was hit. Yeah, Eduardo Saenz was hit by the pitch. And Chris Franks is off to second. And Garen Plummer comes to the plate here. Oh, they're clapping early here at Roswells Park for Garen Plummer, the very popular utility infielder, catcher, and first baseman from Wichita, Kansas. Garen Plummer at the plate for the first time. One out, runners at first and second. Slider outside for ball 1-1-0. Garen Plummer has the penchant for coming up big moments. I don't know if this is one of them, but he's had a couple of walk-off moments here at home this season. 1-0 Millers lead, one out as Hesepus delivers behind the batter. A wild pitch is going to advance the runners. Chris Franks to third, Eduardo Saenz to second. Two 2-0 the count here on the catcher, Garen Plummer. Jimmy Kurtz is on deck. Fastball swung on, popped up down the first base line. Over is Cox to make the catch, 2 away. Garen Plummer flies out to the first baseman. Jimmy Kurtz, the designated hitter, another graduating senior coming to the plate here for the Moose Jaw Miller Express from Buena, New Jersey. I saw Michael Gonzalez, the first-year coach, a couple of times prior to the game. I should have asked him about the lineup. They're not taking their foot off the gas here down the stretch with 2 games to go. I think they'd like to get Jacob Glazner a league record 9th win on the season. Change up high for ball 1-1-0 on Jimmy Kurtz, who's batting .318 on the season. And what the heck, they want to go into the playoffs hot. In the final power rankings of the WCBL for Fortis, Alberta, which came out on Monday, the Millers were ranked first. They're going in officially into the playoffs as the hottest team in the WCBL, which is not news to anyone watching this broadcast, but I'm passing it along. Moose Jaw Miller Express, number 1 in the power rankings, the hottest team, winners of 8 of their last 10. 2-0 the count on Kurtz. This one fouled off by Jimmy. 2-1. Oh, and by the way, Weston Walls named the player of the week for SaskTel. That just came down the pipe today, I believe. Weston Walls named the player of the week, the East Division player of the week, setting the league record in strikeouts. Outside for ball 3-1 the count on Jimmy Kurtz. Miller's number 1 in the power rankings. Okotoks number 2, 3 Sylvan Lake. Goals 4 the Saskatoon Berries, 5 the Lethbridge Bulls, and 6 these Regina Red Sox. 3-1 the count on Kurtz. Here's the delivery outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the first inning. Bringing to the plate Michael Muscles Rego. Two out, bases loaded. Nico Hasapis is walking in some tall grass here. Fastball high for ball 1, 1-0 on Michael Rego. He's batting .305 on the season. He's appeared in 40 of the Millers' 54 games entering tonight. Rego in his first and last season. Slider caught the outside edge for strike 1, call 1-1. Rego, graduating senior out of St. Ambrose University. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back by Rego, 1-2. Pacey Phillips is on deck here for the Millers, who lead it 1-0 here, bottom of the first inning. Fastball high and inside, ball 2, 2-2. Fastball, a chopper towards short. Scooped up by Brady By, and the throw to first is not in time. Run scoring single for Michael Rego. It plates Chris Franks, and the Millers go up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. To third goes Eduardo Saenz. To second, Jimmy Kurtz, and Pacey Phillips will come to the plate for the first time. The Bismarck State product. Bases loaded for Pacey. And 2 out here. Curveball in for strike 1. 0-1. Pacey has a word with the home plate umpire, Huck Craig. Out of town scores. Lethbridge leading at Brooks 16-8 in the 8th inning. First of a doubleheader at Elks Field. Outside for ball 1, 1-1. Swift Current has a 4-0 home lead over Medicine Hat. That's in the 3rd inning. Okotoks a 1-0 home lead over Energy City, bottom of the 1st inning. And Sylvan Lake up on Fort McMurray 1-0 in the 2nd. This one hit in the air, deep left field, back to the wall, and back to make the catch is the left fielder Reese Rena to rob Pacey Phillips of a grand slam. Pacey Phillips flies out to left field. The Millers leave 3 on. And we'll go to the 2nd inning with Moose Jaw leading 2-0. By Cox and Rena due up for the Red Sox. You're watching FloCollege Baseball. Miller's Baseball brought to you by Boston Pizza, Main and Thatcher, 54 Dental, and Canadian Tire. Brady by the shortstop will lead it off here for the Regina Red Sox. Brady by Carson Cox and Regina are due up for the visitors. Jacob Glazner, starting pitcher for the Millers, retired the first 3 batters he's faced here tonight, the last 2 being strikeouts. Brady By will get it going here for the Red Sox here in the top of the second inning. Brady By batting .344 in the season, 4th best on this Red Sox roster. First pitch swinging high and deep and foul. Nice work, Chumley. Foul ball, the call by Brent Cheese Chadwick. We got an argument here. Brady By is rounding second. Did you see an official signal other than him putting his hands up? Huck Craig, the home plate umpire, puts his hands up. What do they call it? I don't miss, Ronnie. You better be right, yeah. Braden Cobb, the interim skipper of the Red Sox, is out to have a word with Huck Craig. That's an interesting one. Rather than immediately gesturing foul, Brent Chadwick put his hands up like calling time. Brady By rounded the bases. Either way, it's called a foul, and it's 0-1. The count on the leadoff hitter for the Red Sox here in the second. Curveball from Glazner is in for strike 2, 0-2. Looks like we're in for another entertaining night at the ballpark. What do you say? Glazner gets the sign from Garen Plummer. The 0-2 is fouled off by Brady By. 0-2 remains the count from White City, Saskatchewan. Brady By and Point University. In West Point, Georgia, curveball from Glazner is fouled off by By. Stays alive at 0-2. Point University, a private evangelical Christian college in West Point, Georgia. Here's where Brady By is played. Changeup is popped up in the air. Coming over. Oh, the first baseman, Eduardo Saenz, initially put his palms up and then makes the catch for one away. Brady By flies out to the first baseman. Carson Cox, the Red Sox first baseman, comes to the plate here with now 1 out in the top of the second inning. Another entertaining night at the ballpark. That's all you can ask for, and great weather too. Fans asking me prior to the game if they should wait and get tickets at the gate on Friday or buy ahead of time. I said, what do you think? As I was waiting in line for a Soto dog, good, at the Miller Express concession. No, you can get your tickets online at the Moose Jaw Miller Express website or UFC Fan Zone. Swing and a miss by Cox, 0-2. Yes, you can get your tickets in regular store hours at Ultimate Fan Zone, your authentic MLB fan store for official jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Game day every day at UFZ, and Miller tickets. Talked to Billy down there, and not surprisingly, there's been a rush on Miller tickets over the last month. Word travels fast. Good news travels fast. 1-2, the count here on Carson Cox. Swing and a miss, and down he goes for 2 away. Strikeout number 3 for Jacob Glazner on the night.
Number 31, Regina.
So Jacob's just adding to his total 72 strikeouts on the year. First pitch outside for ball 1 on Regina, the left fielder. Mateo Pierre is on deck. Weston Walls, as we know, the runaway leader in that stat with 92 strikeouts on the year. Glazner 72 now. Swing and a miss from Rena. 1-1. Glazner has come to the park tonight to play. 1-1 the count. Jacob from St. Edwards. Here's a roller that'll get through into right field. First hit of the ball game for the visiting Red Sox. It comes courtesy Reese Rena, a 2-out single in the top of the second. And the designated hitter, Mateo Pierre, comes to the plate here for the Red Sox. From France, the Republic of France. He plays at Arizona Western. Swing and a miss from Pierre, the DH. We've seen him come in here and catch for the Red Sox this season. DHing tonight. 2 out, 1 on, top of the second. This one fouled off into the Millers dugout. 0-2 the count. Park Hotel Beer Gardens, hummin'. Coming out of the long weekend. This place was jammed, and what a scene here tonight. Same story. What do you think it's going to be like for the playoffs? That's why I'm saying get your tickets ahead of time. Ultimate Fan Zone, downtown Moose Jaw. Swing and a miss from Mateo Pierre. A strikeout, number 4 for Glazner. That'll retire the side. And we'll go to the bottom of the second with the Millers up 2-0 and due up for them Wallachek, Soto, and Edwards. This is WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
That is a lot of prizes today, so come collect them down here at the Minute Muffler ticket window, and let's go Millers!
All right, back here for the bottom of the second. 2-0 the Millers lead, and due up for them Ben Wallachek, Thomas Soto, Will Edwards. You gotta love the Miller family, and it is a family, but the families of the players. Wichita, Kansas's Ben Wallachek comes to the plate here, by the way, to lead it off for the Millers in their half of the second. First pitch, Ben Wallachek is hit by the pitch, and he is away to first. And we go to the top of the order. Right on cue, Thomas Soto comes to the plate for the second time. So I was digging up these messages, Jenna, from Brandy Soto. They're tuned in Round Rock, Texas. She says, final home game of the season. Let's get another dub. Seth and I are watching per usual. That is Thomas's father, Seferino Soto. And Thomas blasts this one in the air, but it's short. Caught in left field by the left fielder Reese Rena for one away. Thomas Soto flies out to left for one away here in the top of the second. Seferino Soto. We're going to have some fun in the broadcast tonight, and I'll get to the rest of the Miller players, but with Wallachek from Wichita. I was going to say the pride of Wichita. Do you want to know some of the most famous people from Wichita? You might not be old enough, but I know that the viewers will be. NFL Hall of Fame running back Barry Sanders. Here's a throwdown to first, and Ben Wolochek is back. Barry Sanders, does that name mean anything to you, Jenna? You're not much of a football fan, are you? Detroit Lions, great running back. How about actress Kirstie Alley? Go home and watch Cheers and get back to me. Kirstie Alley from Wichita, Kansas. So, too, is Ben Wolochek. 0-1 the count here on Will Edwards. I mean, there are more, but those are the most famous ones. Gale Sayers. I know you won't know that one. 1-1 the count here on Will Edwards. High and inside for ball 2, 2-1. Caden Ransom's family tuned in from Lincoln. Kip says, what an outstanding and touching opening ceremony, recognizing the seniors. Go Millers and have a great call, Rod and Jenna. There you go. I think they were most excited to meet you, Jenna, when the Ransoms, well, she liked that one. She liked that one. 3-1 the count here on Will Edwards. One away, top of the second inning. Chris Franks is on deck. Inside at the waist for ball 4, and Will Edwards is away to first with a one-out walk. To second goes Ben Wolochek.
Number 4, Chris Frank.
Whoa. I got several more famous people from Wichita, Kansas to get to the next time Ben Wolochek's at the plate. But now Chris Franks comes to the plate for the second time. He has singled and scored a run here tonight. Franks gets his bat on this. Into left field. Wow, Wolochek rounds third and will score. Look at the wheels on that kid. A run-scoring single for Chris Franks here in the bottom of the second inning. Plates Ben Wolochek, and the Millers go up 3-0 tonight. Well, since Ben Wolochek scores, no better time than now to mention more famous people from, oh, Jenna's not going to know any of them, but our viewers will. Don Johnson, the star of Miami Vice. And the movie Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, one of my favorite movies of all time. A cinematographic masterpiece. And Joe Walsh, famous guitarist for the Eagles. All from Wichita, Kansas. How about that? Eduardo Sainz comes to the plate here for the Millers for the second time tonight. Eduardo was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Eduardo Sainz from Texas A&M International, which is right in his hometown of Laredo, Texas. One out, runners at first and second here as Hassipis delivers inside for ball 1, 1-0. Again, wherever you are tuned in from tonight on FloCollege Baseball, whomever you're watching, either team, let us know. Shout them out. Write me at Rod Peterson on Twitter or Instagram, RODPEDERSEN. And we'll be sure to pass that along. Sold out house. Miller's up 3-0 now. This one belted deep center field. Back off the wall. Around third comes Will Edwards. And it is a run-scoring double for Eduardo Sainz here, as Will Edwards plates, and it's 4-0 Millers, and Garen Plummer comes to the plate. Garen Plummer flied out to first back in the first inning, and his only other at bat. Boy, it's a party in the house on a Tuesday night here at historic Ross Wells Park. First pitch swinging by Eduardo is fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And Jimmy Kurtz is on deck. Slider outside from Hasapis, 1-1. This one popped up, skied right behind home plate by Plummer. And there to make the catch is the catcher, Kepke. For 2 away, Garen Plummer flies out to the catcher for 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Tonight's starting left fielder for the Millers, Jimmy Kurtz, comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw in the bottom of the second. Runners at second and third and 2 out. Chris Franks is at third. This one laced up the middle for a base hit. That's going to score Chris Franks. Around third comes Eduardo Saenz, and it's a 2-run double for a single for Jimmy Kurtz here. As Chris Franks and Eduardo Saenz come across, and the Millers have blown it open. A 3-run second inning, and Michael Rago comes to the plate here for the Millers with 2 out. And looks like that will be the end of the line for tonight's starting pitcher, Nico Hasapis, for the Red Sox. Pitching change for Regina, 6-0 the Millers lead, and we'll be right back to Ross Wells on FloCollege Baseball.
Number 11, Michael Rago.
Michael Muscles Rago coming to the plate here for Moose Jaw. Pitching change for Regina. Zach Dobson comes into the game. Where's number 56? Regina boy. Plays at Texas Permian Basin. Comes in with 2 out and runners at first here. First pitch swinging from Rago on the air to center field. That is going to drop down in front of the center fielder, Ian Montz, for a base hit for Michael Rago here in the bottom of the second inning. And the hit onslaught continues as Pacey Phillips comes to the plate here for the Millers. To the strains of Def Leppard. Pacey flied out to left. Remember that? Back in the first, bases were loaded. He was just a couple of feet shy of a grand slam. Would have been his second home run of the season. First came here on Friday night in that big victory over the Medicine Hat Mavericks. First pitch outside for ball one, 1-0. Braden Cobb is the skipper for the Regina Red Sox, longtime buddy of mine, good kid. This one hit in the air to center field, being waved home is Jimmy Kurtz, and he'll score. 7-0 Millers in the second. An RBI single for Pacey Phillips.
Number 13, Ben Wallach.
Ben Wallachek comes to the plate here to the strains of ABBA. Don't forget about the stands. The Millers dugout is dancing like crazy down there. God, these guys have fun. I'll tell you, I have never been with a team as close as this 2026 Millers club. Ben lays down the bunt, barehanded by the pitcher, and the throw to first is not in time. Ben is safe with a bunt single.
Number 22, Thomas.
And that loads the bases here with Thomas Soto coming to the plate. And he's had the hot bat of late. Rego at third, Pacey Phillips at second, and Thomas Soto comes to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. In this bat-around inning for the Millers for a second time. Thomas flew out to left field earlier. Fastball cut the inside edge for strike one on Soto. 0-1. Prior to the game, Thomas named the fans' choice most popular Millers player, as voted on by the fans, of course. Here's the 0-1. Low and in the dirt. 1-1 on Soto. William Edwards is on deck here for Moose Jaw. Again, the Millers open up the playoffs Friday, Saturday. Games 1 and 2 here against an as yet to be determined opponent. The 1-1 is a curveball outside for ball 2. The 2-1 is a fastball. Swung on, that gets through. Into right field. Rego being waved home. Pacey Phillips waved home. And Thomas Soto sends two home. A 2 RBI single here in the bottom of the second. And the Red Sox have been unable to stop the bleeding here as Will Edwards comes to the plate for a second time in this second inning, third in the game. These are the defending league champion Regina Red Sox, but it has not been that kind of year for them. Curveball is inside for ball 1, 1-0 from Zach Dobson. Nico Hasipis went 1 2/3 innings, allowed 6 runs on 6 hits, walked 2, struck out none unofficially. The 1-0 is a fastball low and away for ball 2, 2-0 here on Will. He's grounded out to first and walked today, the 6'3" Aussie. Swing and a miss from Edwards, 2-1. So Medicine Hat has not yet clinched a playoff berth, hence the as yet to be determined opponent thing. The Weyburn Beavers could still catch them. They're a game and a half back. Entering the night, so with 2 nights to go. It'll be either Med Hat or Weyburn, the Millers' first round opponent. And if you ask the Millers who they'd rather play, they wouldn't tell you. They've had success against both. By the way, for the first time ever, the Millers have clinched first place overall in the entire league. Here's the 2-2 on Edwards, outside for ball 3. So should they go as far as a league final, they'll have home field advantage here at the Ross. And I'll tell you what, they've been in a league final in my time. It would have been nice to have it. Right, Jenna? Home field advantage in those series against Okotoks. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play by Will Edwards. Chris Franks is on deck. I really think it would have made a huge difference. And maybe this year we'll find out, but there's a lot of baseball left to be played. The good news is they've clinched first overall. Okotoks can't catch them. So there will be a pennant go up. Division and league first place finishers. Curveball laced into left field for a base hit. Ben Wolochuk will score.
Number
10-0 Millers pounding the Regina Red Sox here in the second
stoppage in play for
as Chris Franks comes to the plate, but not before a stoppage in play. We'll be right back. 10-0 Millers in the second on FloCollege Baseball.
While Wade Boggs lay unconscious on the ballroom tile, we're talking softball. From Maine to San Diego, talking softball. Mattingly and Canseco, Ken Griffey's grotesquely swollen jaw. Steve
number 4, Chris Franks.
Right. All right, welcome back to Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw. I'm glad at least somebody's enjoying the broadcast. Lonnie Wolochuk tuning in from Wichita, Kansas, and I just saw the text, Lonnie. He is the father of Miller's second baseman, Ben Wolochuk. The first pitch is in for a strike on Chris Franks. He says, the late Kirstie Alley of Cheers and Star Trek fame. Oh, I didn't know she passed away. Jenna has a lot of Googling to do later tonight. Barry Sanders, Gail Sayers, Kirstie Alley, Don Johnson. You know Don, of course, every woman knows Don Johnson. And some guys. 0-2 the count here on Chris Franks. And Wichita, here's the shocking thing. It's about the size of Regina. Get all those famous people out of there. Oh, and 2 the count here on Chris Franks. Eduardo Sainz is on deck. 10-0 Miller's leading this one, bottom of the second. And the slider is inside at the knees, 1-2. Another one inside, 2-2. While we're at it, Wooster, Ohio, the home of Chris Franks. A less star-studded list. Dan Auerbach, guitarist and singer for the rock band The Black Keys, which I do love their music. Gold on the Ceiling, one of my favorite songs. Bob Peterson, Pixar filmmaker, voice actor in the movie Up. This one inside. Ball 3, 3-2 here on Chris Franks, who was battled back in the count to get it 3-2. And pro football player of the Cleveland Browns, Dick Schaffrath. Famous people from Wooster, Ohio. Here's the payoff pitch from Zach Dobson. Runners go. This one belted deep right field. And gone! A no-doubter from Chris Franks, a 3-run blast here in the bottom of the second inning. A 6th home run of the season for Chris Franks, tying him with a team lead with Garen Plummer, and the Millers go up 13-0 in the second inning.
Number 25, Eduardo
Yeah, I'll tell you, these hungry Miller fans are enjoying every single second of it. Smiling ear to ear are these Miller fans here tonight. 13-0 they lead. The changeup is in for strike one, called 0-1 here on Eduardo Sainz. Coming to the plate for the second time in this second inning. Eduardo doubled earlier, scored a run. Fastball swung on, strike two, 0-2 the count here on Eduardo. Zach Dobson comes set, delivers outside for ball one. 1-2 the count here on Eduardo. Garen Plummer is on deck here for the Millers in another marathon inning for them. So it looks like the Red Sox will be playing the Saskatoon Berries in round one, the aged Highway 11 rivalry. Strike three call, and Eduardo Sainz will go down looking. Zach Dobson records the strikeout. 11 runs on 9 hits. The Millers lead 13-0 going to the third inning here on FloCollege Baseball. Top of the third inning at Roswells Park in Moose Jaw. These 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Regina Red Sox, who now trail at 13-0 going to the third. Derek Kepke, Chance Deskelchuk, and Jake Fowler for the visitors. First plate appearance of the night for the catcher, number 37, Derek Kepke, takes the first pitch in for strike one, called 0-1. High for ball one, 1-1. Home plate umpires Huck Craig tonight. Derek Koepke from Peoria, Arizona. This one fouled out of play, 1 and 2. He plays at Arizona Christian, Koepke. 6'1", 225. This is just his 6th game of the season for the Red Sox. Outside with this delivery, 2 and 2. And a swing and a miss. Got him with the changeup as Jacob Glazner looks to the sky and claps. That is the 5th strikeout thrown by Jacob here today. 1 away. And that'll be it for Jacob Glazner. He's going to leave here in the 3rd with a 13-0 lead. Salute Jacob Glazner. Big signal from Jacob to the crowd. What a night for this kid from Apache Junction, Arizona, getting what amounts to a 21-gun salute. And we'll be back with a pitching change. 13-0 Miller's lead in the 3rd here on FloCollege Baseball.
Number 43, Chance Deskolchuk.
All right, Chance Deskolchuk comes to the plate here for the Regina Red Sox. Down 13-0 in the 3rd inning. Antonio Sansone has come in, the lefty, here for the Millers with the big lead. And the first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-1-0. Nothing particularly significant on taking Glazner out at this point other than, this is the word, right, the other side of the press box, and Jenna saying he's going to start game 2 Saturday. They just want to rest him. First pitch hit in the air. That's going to get in for a base hit, right center field. Chris Franks playing it off the wall. It's a stand-up double here for Chance Deskolchuk in the top of the 3rd inning. But I'll tell you, if the FloCollege cameras picked it up, it's so wonderful to see the smile on Jacob Glazner's face as he left the field. The ovation from his teammates, let alone the crowd. If it holds, it would be a league record 9th win The league record is 9. It would tie a league record. Yeah. Well, sharing a league record, almost as good as holding one on your own, and that's, as we say, Jacob Glazner's hay is in the barn. Pretty good run support here. The curveball is hit on a roller to second. Ben Wallachek up with that. The throw to first, and Jake Fowler grounds out to the second baseman.
Number 17, Ty Martinez.
Ty Martinez comes to the plate here for the Regina Red Sox with 2 out and now a runner at third. Antonio Sansone on the mound for the Millers in a relief role from Middleton, New Jersey, and Felician University. Slider is outside for ball 1-1-0 on Ty Martinez, the right fielder who struck out back in the first inning. The first of 5 Jacob Glazner strikeouts here today. The 1-0 is in for a strike. 1-1. Got a note here from Lisa. Ashley and Lisa Taylor, billant parents for Thomas Soto and Eduardo Sainz. Swing and a miss here on Ty Martinez, 1-2. They said they're out of town this week, but watching on FloCollege. Been an absolute pleasure, Lisa says, to have Thomas with us for 4 summers. Eddie the last 2. Gonna miss them both. So proud of what they've done, and the whole team looking forward to the playoffs. Have a great call and game, Rod, Jenna, and all the Millers. That's from Ashley and Lisa tonight. So I appreciate everybody. Makes the game so much more entertaining. Oh, yes, and Brandy. Can I pass along another fun one from Brandy Glazner, who's tuned in from Apache Junction, Arizona? She loved Cheers and Kirstie Alley. The 2-2. Strike 3 call. Ty Martinez goes down looking. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Plummer, Kurtz, and Rago due up for the Millers. They lead at 13-0 here on FloCollege Baseball.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Back at Ross Wells Park in Moose Jaw, 13-0. The Millers lead it. Garen Plummer will lead it off here for the Millers.
Leading off for the Millers Press, number 18, Garen Plummer.
Well, you want to talk about a party atmosphere here tonight. That's what we have in historic Ross Wells Park. Garen Plummer coming to the plate for the 3rd time as the lights come on here at the Ross. First pitch is a slider out. No, it caught the outside edge of the plate for strike 1 called by Huck Craig. 0-1. Garen today is flied out to first and flied out to the catcher. Off-speed pitch. Swung on and hit high to center field, but not that deep. And Ian Mons is there to make the catch. For 1 away, Garen Plummer flies out to the center fielder. Jimmy Kurtz comes to the plate from Buena, New Jersey, and let's keep the fun going. You'll like this one, Jenna. Famous people from Buena, New Jersey. Olivia Lux a drag performer, a drag queen, an artistic entertainer, best known for competing on season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. So now you know. Boyne, New Jersey. First pitch from Jimmy Kurtz is a swing and a miss, 0-1. Also prominent local race car driver Tony Siscone. Jimmy Kurtz at the plate. Michael Rago is on deck. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Again, the lights have come on here at Roswells Park on a beautiful Tuesday night for baseball. Angie Ransom tuned in. Her son is the designated hitter on most nights, Caden Ransom. She's written us on Twitter. She says, the crowd looks so fun as Jimmy puts this in the air to left field. And there to make the catch is Reese Rena for 2 away. Jimmy Kurtz flies out to left field. Angie says the crowd looks so fun, wishing we had some Luby Bauer drinks here in Lincoln. Shout out to Lions Creek for being a great sponsor. Go Millers. From Angie Ransom, tuned in from Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm sure they are thoroughly enjoying this, other than Caden not being in the lineup tonight, but maybe he will be in Saskatoon tomorrow and definitely in the playoffs. Michael Rago, the third baseman at the plate for a third time. He's got a pair of singles today and 2 prior at-bats and scored a run. Slider is in for a strike 1 called 0-1. Bensonville, Illinois is where Michael Rago calls home. That is not part of Chicagoland. 17 miles northwest of Chicago. It's its own municipality, they want you to know. Outside for ball 1, 1-1. Zach Dobson on the mound here for the Regina Red Sox. Came on in the second inning with 2 out. Fastball low and away for ball 2, 2-1. He came in with the Millers up 5-0. It's now 13-0. Change up in for strike 2 called 2-2. Fastball is outside for a ball. The catcher Derek Kepke has a word with Huck Craig on that one. Full count here on Michael Rago, 2 out in the bottom of the third. Outside for ball 4. A 2-out walk issued on Michael Rago, and Pacey Phillips will come to the plate here for the Millers for a third time tonight. Pacey is lined out to left and singled. 13-0 Millers lead in the second as Rago's out to a lead at first. Fastball from Dobson is in for strike 1. Called 0-1. Ben Wallachek on deck here for the Millers. Curveball in for strike 2 on Pacey. Calls Kerrobert, Saskatchewan home. He'll be returning next season for a third with the club. Will Pacey. This one fouled off down the first baseline, 0-2. Pacey's appeared in 38 of the Millers' 55 games. Like we say, Michael Gonzalez, who, I mean, is a shoo-in for Coach of the Year as far as I'm concerned. Not taking his foot off the gas here late in the regular season. Strike 3 called. Pacey goes down looking, and that will end the inning. We will go to the fourth with the Millers up 13-0. And due up for the Red Sox, Mons, By, and Cox here on FloCollege Baseball.
Ian Mons.
Ian Mons will lead it off here in the fourth inning for the Regina Red Sox. Ian Mons, Brady Bye, and Carson Cox are due up here for the Millers. For the Red Sox, Antonio Sansone is on the mound here for the Millers with a 13-0 lead. Ian Mons, the center fielder, struck out back in the first inning. The curveball in for ball 1-0 from Sansone. Antonio has worked 5 complete innings on the season, a 5.40 ERA. This pitch was inside and off the bat of Ian Mons for a strike, 1-1. The nice lady who owns and operates Freedom Stables won the RBC Bingo here tonight. Strike 2 call on the curveball. And I point that out because we were at Freedom Stables. Kip Ransom was there. Lonnie Wallachek was there. Remember that team bonding event? I can't remember the date. Jenna was there. That touched off a 14-game winning streak after that, I might add. So the nice lady that owns and runs that won RBC Bingo here tonight. Swing and a miss on Ian Mons. Second strikeout for Antonio Sansone since coming into the game, and the shortstop Brady Bye will come to the plate here for the Red Sox with now 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. And the folks from Freedom Stables came to most games after that. They were here for most of that 14-game win streak. Like I say, it's the longest of any team that I've been with in my life. First pitch from Sansone is a fastball in for strike 1, 0-1. Oh, Antonio Sansone from Middleton, New Jersey. Famous people from there. Oh, ever heard of John Bon Jovi, Jenna? This one swung on, and it'll bounce right in front of Chris Franks and get past him to the wall. Around second or 2 second is Brady Bye with a stand-up double. A 1-out double for Brady Bye here in the 4th inning, and the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and first baseman Carson Cox coming to the plate here for the Red Sox with Regina on deck. Oh boy, we've just cracked a treasure chest on famous people from Middleton, New Jersey, other than Bon Jovi, none of whom you'll know, Jenna. Yeah, yeah, you know who he is. Connie Chung? Nothing, right? No, famous New York TV newscaster. And her husband, Maury Povich. Come on, you've seen the Maury Povich reruns, no? You are not, you are the father. James Gallo. 1-0 the count here on Carson Cox. And this one inside at the knees. Also, NBC News anchor Brian Williams. Not the Canadian famous sports. These people are all from Middleton. Geraldo Rivera? Oh, my God. It's a rabbit hole. I'm going to stop right there. 2-0 the count on Carson Cox as Sansone steps off the rubber. The 2-0 is ripped down toward third. Michael Rego up with that. And the throw to first is on time for 2 away. Carson Cox grounds out to the third baseman. The Molson beer batter was Carson Cox. That means 2 beers for $10 for the fans in the house here as Regina, the left fielder, comes to the plate for the Regina Red Sox with 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 13-0, the Millers lead it. Curve slider is outside for ball 1, 1-0. Jacob Glazner left in the second with a 13-0 lead. Again, a win here for him personally today, matches a league record 9 on the year. And if you were watching, the reception he received from his teammates tells you all you need to know about how this team feels about Jacob Glazner, who is your Game 2 starter Saturday night. Swing and a miss here from Regina. It's the tip foul. Stays alive at 1-2. Told you that the fans asking me at the concession if they should get tickets ahead of time for the playoff game. They're also out there. Is Weston Walls starting tonight? Big news around the southern half of the province is Weston Walls. Everybody wants to get a look at the 6'5" giant from Terrell, Texas. No, he's your Game 1 starter. The curveball hit in the air to left. Jimmy Kurtz on the run, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Reese Rena flies out to left field. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Wallachek, Soto, and Edwards due up for the Millers, who lead at 13-0 here on FloCollege Baseball.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Grow and to create new memories. Free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Leading off for the Miller Express, number 13, Ben Wallachek.
Ben Wallachek to the plate here for the Millers in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ben Wallachek, Thomas Soto, and Will Edwards due up for Moose Jaw. First pitch is a slider outside from Zach Dobson. 1-0 the count on Ben. Today he's been hit by a pitch and reached on a bunt single. Fastball is low and away. 2-0 is the count. Since he's at the plate and he's from Wichita, Kip Ransom tuning in from Lincoln wants you to know. Also from Wichita, the founders of Pizza Hut, Dan and Frank Carney. Those guys, I hope there's statues of them because that might be my favorite pizza. And this one ripped into left field by Ben Wallachek for a leadoff single here.
Number 22, Thomas Soto.
In the fourth. The leadoff hitter is aboard. Ben Wallachek and Thomas Soto will come to the plate here for Moose Jaw for a fourth time. Thomas today has tripled, flied out to left, and singled. Zach Dobson on the mound here for the Regina Red Sox. They've got action in their bullpen. Low and inside for ball one, 1-0. Miller's Baseball brought to you by the Moose Jaw Warriors. 2026-27 season tickets are available now. And Culligan Water, the official water supplier of your Miller Express. The 1-0, swing and a miss from Thomas, 1-1. Again, you're going to want to get those playoff tickets ahead of time. And you can at Ultimate Fan Zone, your authentic MLB fan store for official jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, Miller Express tickets, and more. This one belted down the right field line, fair. into the corner. Wolochek's being waved home. Soto around second to third. And he's safe with a slide, and he's on his way home. Triple with an E4, they're calling that, for Thomas Soto. That's 3 more runs scored for Thomas Soto tonight individually. Ben Wolochek comes home as well. And it's 15-0 for the Millers. Again, from the official scores, a triple and an E4 for Thomas Soto. And Will Edwards comes to the plate here with the Millers up 15-0. The first pitch is a fastball off the outside edge of the plate for strike one, called 0-1. Change up in for ball 1, 1-1. Miller's Baseball also brought to you by Stringham Law, Hawks Agro, and Molson Breweries. We want to thank all the sponsors as the Millers charge into the playoffs. Fastball is in for strike two, called 1-2. C&E Mechanical, Roto's Pizza, The Mad Greek, Deja Vu Cafe, SaskTel, South Sask Bus Lines, Canadian Tire Moose Jaw. There's a pile of them. This one fouled off and out of play by Edwards. 1-2. This one popped up center field on the run. Ian Monson to make the catch for one away. Will Edwards flies out to the center fielder. And Chris Franks comes to the plate. He is the league triples leader, and he needs just a triple to hit for the cycle today. He has singled, doubled, and homered his last time up. Back in the third inning, his 6th home run of the year. Chris Franks, a triple away from the cycle. Strike one called here on Franks with Eduardo Sainz on deck. This one fouled off by Franks and shagged by Weston Walls. For the many fans who came to the ballpark hoping to get a look at Weston Walls, he's a big star around. He's big anywhere, but he's a big star here. He's poked his head out like a gopher to grab that foul ball. 0-2 the count on Franks. Fouls this one off. Foul ball for Elk Ridge Glass. We know Glass. Call 631-0883. Beautiful summer night, sold out park, and nobody going anywhere here tonight. They're having a blast for this Trans-Canada rivalry. The last time Regina was here, the Millers beat them to claim the season series and the coveted Trans-Canada Series trophy. That's for the season series between these two rivals. 1-2 the count here on Chris Franks. Again, he's a triple away from the cycle. Eduardo Sainz on deck. Here's the 1-2. Off-speed pitch is belted into center field for a single, and Chris Franks is aboard with a one-out single here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Eduardo Sainz today has been hit by a pitch, doubled and struck out. Facing Zach Dobson here with one out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fastball low and away. Ball 1, 1-0. Slider caught the outside edge, 1-1 the count here on Eduardo. Two and one the count here on signs with Garen Plummer on deck. Just trying to get the out-of-town scoreboard loaded up here if you can, or if you can be patient. Of course, the Millers have already clinched first in the East, so not a whole lot of scoreboard watching going on other than trying to find out who their first-round opponent is. Change up in for strike two called, 2-2. Between Medicine Hat and Weyburn, their first-round opponents. It's been a while since they've played either in the postseason. The 2-2. Strike three called, and Eduardo Sainz goes down looking. And that'll bring to the plate Eduardo Sainz here with now two out in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Chris Franks aboard at first base. First pitch on Garen is outside for a ball, 1-0. Garen Plummer batting .359 of the season, third best on the club. He and Chris Franks now tied for the home run lead. He's appeared in 43 of the Millers' 55 games. Slider is off the outside edge for strike two called, 1-2 here on Garen. Today he's 0 for 3 at the plate, flied out to first, flied out to the catcher, and flied out to center field. The 1-1 on Garen Plummer. Fastball grounded up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman Fowler. The throw to first is on time. Garen Plummer grounds out to the second baseman to end the fourth inning. And we'll go to the fifth with Moose Jaw leading it 15-0. Due up for them, Pierre, Kepke, and Deskelchuk. It's Tuesday night WCBL baseball on FloCollege.
Now at the minimum for break and wheel ticket. Leading off for Regina, number 21, Mateo Pierre.
Gio Lugo's come into the game in relief for the Moose Jaw Miller Express here, number 23, out of Homestead, Florida. Gio plays at St. Thomas University, and he'll be facing Mateo Pierre, the designated hitter, to lead off the top of the fifth inning for the visiting Regina Red Sox. And the first pitch is a fastball. Low and away, ball 1-0. Mateo Pierre, Derek Kepke, and Chance Deskilchuk due up for the Regina Red Sox here, who trail it 15-0 now. Ball 2 outside from Lugo. Four-pitch walk to open up the fifth inning here for Mateo Pierre, the designated hitter. And the catcher, Derek Kepke, comes to the plate here for the Regina Red Sox for just a second time in the game. He was struck out by Jacob Glazner back in the third inning, and that was the last batter Glazner faced before being brought out with a 13-0 lead at the time. This one popped up. Shallow right field. Ben Wallachek drops back to make the catch for one away. Derek Kepke flies out to the second baseman. Chance Deskilchuk, the third baseman, will come to the plate here for the Millers. Up 15-0. Well, this is a great night for Gio's mom. Lily is in for the game tonight. As she is for all games. Chance Deskilchuk, the third baseman at the plate here. Swing and a miss. Strike one, 1-1. Outside for a ball 2-1. Might as well keep the theme going. I don't got to go to Google to tell you who's famous people from Homestead, Florida, because that's down where I'm from, Jenna. How about Alec Manoah? You would know. You're a baseball fan. He was the Blue Jays ace, now with the LA Angels. Alec Manoah from Homestead, Florida. Home of the NASCAR track in South Florida, the gateway to the Keys. That's where Gio Lugo calls home. He's on the mound here now, low and away for ball 3. Full count here on Chance Deskilchuk, the third baseman for the Regina Red Sox. High for ball 4, and it is a second walk issued here in the fifth inning. And with one out and runners at first and second, we'll go to the top of the order. Jake Fowler will come to the plate here for the Regina Red Sox.
Number 27, Jake Fowler.
Gio Lugo has appeared in 24 1/3 innings for the Millers. That's hefty enough work. 9.25 ERA. Strike one called here on Jake Fowler, the number one hitter. He's 0 for 2 at the plate today for the Red Sox. Flied out to second and grounded out to second. Runners at first and second here with one away in the top of the fifth inning. This delivery from Lugo was in the dirt, 1-1. Homestead, Florida is more known for its football. NFLers from that call Homestead, Florida home. Antrell Roll, Bobby McRae, John Brown, Michael Barrow. Swing and a miss from Fowler, 1-2. Oh, and also Chrissy Metz, Golden Globe nominated actress, best known for playing Kate Pearson in the hit sitcom This Is Us. Outside for ball 2, 2-2. Tell me you've watched This Is Us on NBC. Your mom, though, yeah. What do you watch? Yeah, Kate Pearson, what a great show. This Is Us. What a cliffhanger. Oh, I won't tell you how it ends. 2-2 the count here on Jake Fowler. 1 out, 2 on. And this one is low for ball 3, 3-2. Jake Fowler at the plate. Ty Martinez is on deck for the Red Sox. Their next game, by the way, is home to Weyburn Wednesday as they'll close out the regular season. 7:05 at Curry Field. Payoff pitch on Fowler. Swung on right center field. Will Edwards over to make the catch on the run. For 2 away, Jake Fowler flies out to the right fielder. And the right fielder for the Red Sox, Ty Martinez, comes to the plate here with now 2 out at the top of the 5th inning. And runners at first and second. Ian Mons is on deck. Swift Current 57's leading Medicine Hat 8-3 in the 6th inning at Mitchell Field. Weyburn Beavers a 4-2 lead over the Saskatoon Berries in the bottom of the 6th at Tom Lang Park as the Beavers have an outside shot at claiming the final playoff spot in the Eastern Division, but they would need help, and they're getting it with Medicine Hat losing at Swift Current. 8-3 in the 6th inning. 1-1 the count here on Ty Martinez, who struck out twice today. This is his 3rd at bat. Sylvan Lake leading Fort McMurray 4-0 in the 6th. Energy City a 6-5 lead at Okotoks in the 4th inning. Earlier on, first of a doubleheader, Lethbridge Bulls 16-8 winners at Brooks. And they're into the nightcap scoreless in the 2nd inning. Bulls and Bombers in Brooks, Alberta. 2-1 the count here on Ty Martinez. This one tipped foul, 2-2. Three and two the count on Ty Martinez. Ian Mons is on deck for the Red Sox. 2 on and 1 away as Lugo checks the runner at second. Delivers outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded here in the top of the 5th inning.
Number 26, Ian Mons.
Ian Mons comes to the plate here. Michael Gonzalez hustles out of the Miller's dugout and has a look down in the bullpen. We got action there now with the bases loaded and 2 out. In the top of the 5th. First pitch swinging, fouled back and out of play by Ian Mons. The center fielder comes to the plate for the 3rd time. He's struck out twice here today. Ian Mons wears number 26. He is out of Lafayette, Louisiana. The 0-1 is in for strike 2, called 0-2. The fastball from Lugo. Giovanni Lugo, the 3rd pitcher used for the Millers here today. This one a chopper toward first. That will get through and score a pair. 2-out single for Ian Mons. Plates 2 for the Regina Red Sox. Mateo Pierre scores. Chance Deskelchuk scores. And it's now 15-2 for the Millers here in the 5th inning. As Brady By, the shortstop, comes to the plate here. Ty Martinez to 3rd. Runners on the corners here for the visitors with 2 out.
kid, he's like, Dad, you just broke Grandma's windshield in the car. And I'm like, well, you could have stopped.
1-1 the count here on by as Mons is away to second with a stolen base.
And like that's an absolutely true story. Well, it was unreal, man. It was like I hit the ball and I'm like, no way.
Curve ball from Lugo is outside for ball 2, 2-1. Brady by at the plate. Carson Cox is on deck.
That'll never happen again.
2 out for the Red Sox. They got runners at second and third. And this one is inside for ball 3, 3-1.
And then, and of course after that, it was on a Sunday night at the end of the tournament. Go to my mom's for dinner after the game. She's like, you fucking broke the fucking windshield in my car. And I'm like, well, actually, I didn't. The ball did.
Tip foul, 3-2 the count now on Brady by. Miller's Baseball brought to you by Minute Muffler, Brake and Wheel, Ottawa Real Estate, Moose Jaw Funeral Home, and Heartland Financial. Full count here on Brady by, and it's outside for ball 4. And the bases are loaded here in the top of the 5th inning as Carson Cox, the first baseman, comes to the plate here. Jeff Freeborn comes out of the dugout. The Millers pitching coach. We got a pause. We'll be right back. 15-2 Millers in the 5th inning on FloCollege Baseball. All right, Carson Cox, the first baseman, number 20, comes to the plate here for the Regina Red Sox. Bases loaded, 2 out. Millers have a 15-2 lead, and Gio Lugo looking to put out the fire here. Fastball right down the pipe for strike 1 called. 0-1. Carson Cox from Dublin, Ohio. He plays at Indiana State University with the Sycamores. This one low and away for ball 1, 1-1. Carson Cox today is struck out and grounded out to third. Jacob Glazner left with a 13-0 lead with 1 out in the 2nd inning. Curveball from Lugo is outside for ball 2, 2-1. It's now 15-2 Millers. And Lugo trying to get out of this jam. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, fouled out of play.
I'm not shitting you about this stuff. This shit actually really happened.
And the Millers will close out the regular season Wednesday night, tomorrow night at the Berry Patch in Saskatoon. I thought maybe, just maybe, the regular season division pennant may come down to that game, but it didn't. The Millers clinched Monday night with their 40th win of the season. They're after number 41 here tonight. Here's the 2-2. Low for ball 3 and a full count here on Carson Cox.
It had been raining for like 2 days. And like we were supposed to start playing on Thursday, and this is Saturday morning.
Runners go outside for ball 4, and that's going to force in a run. And it looks like that will be the end of the line for Gio Lugo. 15-3 Millers in the 5th. We'll be right back after this on FloCollege Baseball.
set on overdrive.
So they can stop me, right?
The clock is laughing in my face.
It's not real hard. Like,
Crooked spine.
it's like I hold the pitcher and he falls into the fire.
RJ Patrick comes into the game here for the Moose Jaw Millers in the 5th inning with 2 out, and the bases loaded. Gio Lugo pitched 2/3, allowed 1 hit and 3 runs and walked 5. RJ Patrick comes into the game with the bases loaded and 2 out.
Yeah, and then that same guy that hit him in the face with the long drive.
First pitch from RJ Patrick is in for strike 1, 0-1. RJ Patrick wears number 30 from Pearland, Texas, and Texas A&M International. At the plate, Regina, the 9th batter here in this 5th inning for the visiting Red Sox. This one, a liner to first, and caught by the first baseman, Eduardo Saenz, to retire the side, and the Red Sox leave 3 on. Regina lines out to the first baseman. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Due up for the Millers, Kurtz, Rego, and Phillips. They lead at 15-3 here on FloCollege Baseball.
I'll be sipping on you like that 42 till the sun goes down. Pour another round. Yeah, I'll be sipping on you, doing what we do. Turn that music loud. They gon' hate us now. Take it on the side. Let 'em know. 'Cause this happened. Could be happening. You never know. They sip just like on me. You see I said, what if I told you I'm trying to get to know you? Say we can take it slow,
Leading off for the Miller Express, number 10, Jimmy Hurt.
Jimmy Kurtz will lead it off for the Moose Jaw Miller Express in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jimmy Kurtz, Michael Rego, and Pacey Phillips due up for the Millers, who have this 15-3 lead. There's a pitching change for Regina. Number 12, Quinn Boreen, comes into the game. And the first pitch is right down the pipe for strike 1 called on Kurtz, 0-1. Quinn Boreen is a Regina product, plays at Edmonton Collegiate. Comes in with his club trailing 15-3 here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Changeup is clubbed towards second. Up with that, the second baseman Fowler. Throw to first in time, and Jimmy Kurtz grounds out to the second baseman to open up the Millers' 5th inning. Michael Rego comes to the plate here now for the Millers in the bottom of the 5th. Quinn Boreen has pitched 21 1/3 innings this season and 11.39 ERA. Fastball right down the middle. He's come in with a lively arm. 0-1 the count on Rego. Michael today is a pair of singles and walked and scored a run. This one low and away for ball one. 1-1 on Rego. Zach Dobson pitched 2 1/3. Gave up 9 runs on 9 hits. Outside for ball 2, 2-1. And leads with his team trailing 15-3. The 2-1, high and outside for ball 3. Weston Walls will be your game 1 starter for the Millers Friday night. They just don't know who they're playing yet. That may be decided tonight with the results of these Tuesday night games. Fastball outside for ball 4. Michael Rego is away to first base with a 1-out walk here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Pacey Phillips will come to the plate, the left fielder. Pacey takes ball 1 high. Pacey today is flied out to left field, singled and struck out. The 1-0 from Barine swung on and fouled down the third base line. Foul. You couldn't get another soul in here with a shoehorn tonight. Sold out at Roswells Park, which reminds me, Wayne Edwards is tuned in from Sydney, Australia. Watching while walking around Sydney Harbor. He sent this photo, Jenna, of Sydney Harbor, Australia. That's where he's watching from. We're all the way around this green ball. They're listening and watching in Sydney, Australia. Hello, Wayne Edwards and family. What an all-star season his son William Edwards has had. High for ball 3, 3-1 on the delivery from Quinn Barine. The 3-1 is fouled out of play by Pacey Phillips. Ben Wallachek on deck here for Moose Jaw. 3-2 the count on Pacey. This one fouled off, backing out of play. Not playable. Pacey Phillips on the season appeared in, this is his 38th game. Batting .288, a home run. We saw it here last week against Mad Hat, 23 RBI. Pacey draws the walk. Back-to-back walks issued by Quinn Barine. And Ben Wallachek will come to the plate here for the Millers in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ben Wallachek takes ball 1 outside. Ben today scored 3 of the Millers' 15 runs. He's been hit by a pitch, had a bunt single and singled. 1-0 the count here on Ben as Quinn Barine looks in for the sign from the catcher, Derek Kepke. The 1-0 is in for a strike. 1-1. Thomas Soto on deck.
Two
2-1 the count here on Ben. Michael Rago at second, Pacey Phillips at first. Ben gets his bat on this one, in the air to right. It gets past the right fielder Martinez. Michael Rago will score. And the play at the plate, safe at home, is Pacey Phillips with a head first slide. How about that? A 2-run double for Ben Wallachuk here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It scores Michael Rago and Pacey Phillips. And the Millers go back up 17-3, the score now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We don't have time to list off famous people from Thomas Soto's hometown of Round Rock, Texas, which, Jenna, is a suburb of beautiful Austin, Texas. Changeup from Boreen is in for ball 1-1-0. You heard of these guys. Matthew McConaughey, Willie Nelson, Sandra Bullock, Glenn Powell, Ethan Hawke, all of them from Austin, Texas. Should I keep going? Lance Armstrong, Joe Rogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, my buddy Vince Young. This one fouled back and out of play by Thomas Soto, 2-1. That is a wonderful place down there, Austin, Texas, and specifically Round Rock, where Thomas calls home, a graduate of Round Rock High School. 2-1 the count on Thomas Soto. This one fouled back toward the press box and off the top of it. Rolled down and hit a fan right here in front of us. Wilma. 2-2 the count here on Thomas Soto. Ben Wallachuk at second, one out. Quinn Boreen kicks and delivers the fastball inside at the knees. 2-2 on Thomas. Full count on Soto. And this one lined to first. Carson Cox with the catch, the first baseman, Thomas Soto, lines out to the first baseman for 2 away. William Edwards will come to the plate here for the Millers with 2 out here in the 5th inning and a 14-run lead. Don't forget the new rule this year. If a team is up by 10 or more after 8, it's a ball game. Slider low and away for ball 1-1-0 here on Will Edwards. Will today has grounded out to first, walked, singled, and flied out to center field. That one right over the plate. 1-1 the count here on Will. This one a grounder to second, takes a hop off the lip of the infield, but the second baseman Fowler was not fooled. The throw to first is on time. Will Edwards grounds out to second, and that'll end the 5th inning. We'll go to the 6th, 17-3 the Millers lead. Pierre, Kepke, and Deskelchik due up for the visitors here on FloCollege Baseball. To the 6th inning we go at Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw, brought to you by Tim Hortons. 54 Dental and Ultimate Fan Zone, where you can get your Millers playoff tickets ahead of the game. Shop Ultimate Fan Zone, your authentic MLB fan store for official jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and Miller tickets. Game day every day at UFZ, downtown Moose Jaw, Main Street and River. And we'll see you out here Friday, Saturday. You think it's full here tonight? Oh, Nelly, you wait for games 1 and 2. You can purchase the tickets online, but I wouldn't wait. You sure the heck aren't going to have a shot at the door, I wouldn't think. R.J. Patrick on the mound here for the Millers in this 6th inning. Mateo Pierre, the designated hitter, will lead it off. The 7, 8, 9 hitters of the batting order: Mateo Pierre, Derek Kepke, and Chance Deskelchuk. For the Regina Red Sox is R.J. Patrick from Pearland, Texas, gets his toe on the rubber. Staring down Mateo Pierce here. First pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Mateo Pierre from France plays at Arizona Christian. Today has struck out and walked. This one fouled off, 1-1 the count. Out of town, Swift Current 57's a 9-6 lead over the Medicine Hat Mavericks there in the bottom of the 8th. Weyburn Beavers a 4-3 lead over the Saskatoon Berries down at Tom Lang Park in the 9th inning. Lethbridge out to a 2-0 lead at Brooks. Lethbridge beat the Bombers 16-8 earlier. Here's a roller to third. Michael Rago up with it, and the throw is pinpoint. Mateo Pierre grounds out to the third baseman to open the 6th inning, and Derek Kepke, the catcher, will come to the plate here for Regina. Kepke appearing in just his 6th game on the season, batting .222. He's their catcher tonight. First pitch is inside for ball 1 from Patrick. Kepke from Peoria, Arizona. What up?
Ransom for Edwards.
All right, so we've got some defensive changes for the Millers here in the 6th inning. Caden Ransom just made that play in right field. Derek Kepke flies out to the right fielder, Caden Ransom, for 2 away here in the 6th inning. Caden Ransom has come in for Will Edwards in right. Jacob Mraz has come in for Chris Franks in center. And Braden Bennell is at first, replacing Eduardo Saenz. The fastball from Patrick is in the dirt, 1-0. The batter is Chance Deskelchuk, the third baseman. Number 43 for the Regina Red Sox, with 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. That one outside and high for ball 2, 2-0 here on Deskelchuk. This one hit on the ground is short. Thomas Soto with that. Throw to first will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Millers and R.J. Patrick. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Due up for Moose Jaw, Mraz, Bunnell, and Plummer. Millers up 17-3 here on FloCollege Baseball.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. ICAST Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the batting order for the Millers. Jacob Mraz, Braden Bunnell, and Garen Plummer due up for Moose Jaw. Season high crowd, by the way, on hand. Miller Express concession humming. The Park Hotel Beer Gardens jammed. And the Millers leading at 17-3 here. What a story, what a season it has been. Franchise record in wins and climbing. Some unbelievable individual efforts. First pitch from Quinn Barine is high and outside on Jacob Mraz for ball 1. Jacob Mraz has replaced Chris Franks as the number 3 hitter in center field. His fastball is low and inside for ball 2, 2-0. Chris Franks and his 4 at-bats before leaving the game, a pair of singles, a double, and a home run. A triple off the cycle for Chris Franks here tonight. Memorable first season for him. All-star nod, toodaloo. Mraz pops this up and off the Millers dugout, right off the top of it. And into the crowd. 2-1 the count here on Jacob Mraz from Meade, Colorado. Plays at Colby Community College. Been a lot of Millers come north from Colby Community College. Jacobs appeared in 31 games for Moose Jaw this year, batting .269. He's homered 3 times. Takes ball 3 here, 3-1. Sylvan Lake a 6-1 lead over Fort McMurray there in the 8th. Oh, it's the final. Weyburn Beavers defeated the Saskatoon Berries 4-3. So it's not done yet. This one high and deep to right field and gone. Jacob Mraz, a solo home run here to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Wow. Kissing that one goodbye. Jacob Mraz has made it 18-3 with a solo shot here. Leading off the Millers' 6th inning, and Braden Bunnell comes to the plate here for Moose Jaw, the pride of Mandan, North Dakota. It's a slider outside, the first pitch from Quinn Barine. Two and one the count here on Braden Bunnell. Garen Plummer is on deck. This one belted high and deep left field from Bunnell. You can kiss it goodbye. Back-to-back jacks to open the Millers' 6th. Another Seaborn Agencies home run. The ball is flying out of here in the 6th inning for the black and yellow. How about 19-3 here in the 6th? as there's action up now in the Red Sox bullpen, and we've got a mound visit. We'll be back in a moment here on FloCollege Baseball.
Number 18, Garen Plummer.
Sellout crowd putting their hands together for Garen Plummer coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 19-3 Miller's lead. Curveball swung on and fouled out of play. Hey, I want to thank Justin Hine for the note on Facebook. He says, hats off to Rod Peterson for all the famous people facts from around the USA. Helps slow the bleeding a little. He's a Red Sox fan. He says, LOL. Hashtag tag Miller's Sox. Hashtag WCBL. Thank you, Justin, for putting up with me. Here in this 6th inning, 19-3, the Millers are leading it. Garen Plummer at the plate here after back-to-back home runs for Moose Jaw. Garen 0 for 4 at the plate today. Is he due? None out. Bases cleared. 2-1 the count. Fastball is ripped down the third base line. Unable to come up with it. The third baseman, Deskelchuk, and he's going to be charged with an error. Garen Plummer is on with thanks to an E5. Plummer all the way around to second base. And Jimmy Kurtz comes to the plate here for the Moose Jaw Miller Express in the 6th inning with none out and a runner at second. Fastball from Breen right down the middle for strike one called 0-1. Jimmy Kurtz today has walked, singled, flied out to left, and grounded out to the second baseman. Graduating senior. Change up is fouled off by Jimmy. 0-2. Played at Caldwell University in Caldwell, New Jersey. 0-2 the count on Jimmy Kurtz. Curveball from Breen is outside for ball 1-1-2. Jimmy Kurtz' father, Jim Sr., the director of entertainment at Harrah's in New Jersey, or sorry, in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to be specific. I think I got to put Atlantic City on my second bucket list. The 1-2 fastball fouled down the third base line. I hit everywhere on my bucket list, Jenna. So I asked my friend Mike Lee, Mydale Mike Lee, the landman, what do you do after you hit every place on your bucket list? He said, make another list. So Atlantic City is on it. 1-2 the count here on Jimmy Kurtz. A liner towards second, that'll get through. Around third comes Garen Plummer. He'll score, and having a problem with it out in right field for the Red Sox is Martinez, and it is a stand-up double for Jimmy Kurtz. It scores Garen Plummer as the Millers officially put 20 on the board, and we got a pitching change for them. 20-3, the Millers lead in the 6th, and we'll be right back to Roswell's Park in Moose Jaw right after this.
number 11, Michael Rego.
Michael Muscles Rego comes to the plate for the Millers in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming into the game for them, number 52, Colton Bank, with his Red Sox trailing 20-3 here and none out in the 6th inning. The lefty Colton Bank calls Regina home, checks the runner at second. Jimmy Kurtz, and the first pitch is in for strike one, called 0-1. Colton Bank, 5'10", 165. He plays at Valley City College. Outside for ball one, 1-1. Valley City College is in Valley City, North Dakota. Valley City Vikings is the school name. This one fouled out of play by Michael Rego. 1-2. Pacey Phillips is on deck here for the Millers. Is that a final? Yeah.
Like if I was a kid, I'd love that kid.
Curveball from Bank is fouled back and out of play, 1-2. Final from Swift Current, 57-12. The Medicine Hat Mavericks 10. And with Weyburn beating the Berries tonight, that means the final playoff spot will go down to the final night of the regular season. Wednesday night, that's when we'll find out the Millers' opponent. Ball two outside, 2-2 the count here on Michael Rego. Again, Weston Walls, your game one starter Friday night. Jacob Glazner going Saturday night in game two. Here's the 2-2 on Rego. Popped up towards second base, and coming in to make the catch is the second baseman, Jake Fowler. For one away, Michael Rego flies out to the second baseman. Oh, it's not a final from Swift. It's not a final. It's top of the ninth. Swift Current leading Medicine Hat 12-10. So everybody's watching that closely. Not a final yet. What we do know is Weyburn was a 4-3 winner over the Saskatoon Berries. Pacey Phillips comes to the plate for the Millers for a fifth time tonight. One out now. The curveball is in for strike one. Called 0-1. The count on Pacey Phillips. Colton Banks pitched 17 2/3 innings on the season as a 10.70 ERA. Low and away for ball one. 1-1 here on Pacey Phillips. Quinn Breen pitched 1 inning, allowed 5 runs, 5 hits, walked 2. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, high in the air to center field. Ian Montz on the run, and he'll make the catch in center for 2 away. Pacey Phillips flies out to the center fielder. Ben Wallachek will come to the plate here for Moose Jaw. With 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch on Wallachek is a fastball low for ball 1, 1-0. Wallachek today's been hit by a pitch. Reached on a bunt single, singled, and doubled. Lots of guys are getting hot at the plate here as the Millers plow towards the playoffs. Curveball in for strike 1 called, 1-1. on Wallachek. Miller's Baseball brought to you, as always, by Elk Ridge Glass. We know glass. Call 631-0883. And the Mad Greek, open late. Authentic Greek cuisine right here in Moose Jaw, downtown. Check out their website, themadgreekeatery.com. 2-1, the count here on Ben Wallachek. This one inside the knees. 3-1 on Ben. Thomas Soto on deck here.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. When we were in Toronto, I caught it. Maybe. That'd be awesome. Yeah, in Toronto, I caught it. Yeah. It was like right here.
Strike two call. Full count now.
That's the ball I have in that little case. Yeah, that's the one I caught in Toronto. Yeah, a guy named Evan Gaviston. He plays for Houston.
Here's the payoff pitch on Wallachek. Swung on. Shallow right field. Is going to drop down in front of Martinez, the right fielder. And will score a run as Jimmy Kurtz comes across. 21-3, the Millers lead. And count it a 2-out run-scoring single for Ben Wallachek. Oh, Neil Pohl comes in. The local boy, and a huge ovation goes up. Number 43, Neil Cole, comes in. Replacing Thomas Soto here in the bottom of the sixth as Bank steps off for a second. Wallachek at first. Neil Cole at the plate for the Millers' first pitch swinging. And it's a tip foul. Neil Cole out of Vanier Collegiate in Moose Jaw. Strike two called, and Cole down on the count 0-2. I hope you heard at home the ovation go up when James Gallo announced Neil Cole coming to the plate here. Much beloved local figure. Here's a roller back to the mound. Bank up with that, and the throw to first will end the inning. Neil Cole grounds out to the pitcher, and we'll go to the seventh inning with the Millers up 21-3, due up for the Red Sox. Fowler, Martinez, and Montz. It is WCBL Baseball on FloCollege.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Express change from the CNS Builders bullpen. Now on the mound, number 29, Jacob Keeley.
Back for the 7th inning here in Moose Jaw. All kinds of defensive changes for the Millers, as number 27, Jake Fowler, will lead it off here. Jacob Keelays has come into the game for the Millers on the mound. First pitch is a fastball in for strike one, 0-1.
The Lions are 1-5.
This one inside at the waist, 1-1. One thing about the guy they call JQ, he does not waste time out there. 1-1 the count here on Fowler. Ty Martinez is on deck. Here is a roller to second. Pacey Phillips has moved over to second. And his throw to first is on time for one away. Jake Fowler grounds out to the second baseman to open the 7th. Pacey Phillips has moved to second base. Braden Bunnell is in at first. Gary Swan is behind home plate, replacing Garen Plummer. Neil Cole has gone to left field. Ben Wallachek has moved over to short. Caden Ransom is in right. Jacob Mraz is in center field. That got it. Here's a roller to short. Wallachek charging forward to get it. Throw to first. A bullet is on time. Oh, Wallachek looks at home at short, doesn't he? Ty Martinez grounds out to the shortstop, 2 away. Some nice defense in the field, helping out Jacob Keeley's cause here as Ian Mons, the center fielder, comes to the plate, the lefty, facing Keeley's here, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1, 1-0.
And you know what? It was only like a $6 million difference.
Ian Mont, 6'4", 200, hits this one in the air. Deep left center field. Back off the wall. Jacob Mraz plays that. It's a 2-out double for Ian Mons here in the 7th inning. And that'll bring to the plate Brady by the shortstop. First pitch in for ball 1, 1-0 on Brady by. Today's fly it out to the first baseman, doubled and walked. Keeley's kicks and delivers, and this one fouled back and out of play. It hits the minute muffler and break ticket window. Over to our left. Keeley's the 5th pitcher used in the ball game for Moose Jaw. Swing and a miss from Mons. 1-2. This one fouled off toward the Red Sox dugout. 1-2 on Mons. Carson Cox is on deck. This one belted high and deep, right center field, back to the wall and out of here. A 2-run home run for Brady By here in the 7th inning, and that makes it 21-5 for the home side. Brady By connects to about the deepest part of the field, his 13th home run of the season. It leads the Regina Red Sox by a mile. 2-run shot, and it's now 21-5 for the Millers here in the 7th inning, as Carson Cox, the first baseman, comes to the plate here. Brady buys 13th home run of the season for the White City Saskatchewan product. This one hit on the ground is short. Ben Wallachek on that. And his throw to first will end the inning. Carson Cox grounds out to the shortstop. Retires the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Due up for Moose Jaw, Ransom, Mraz, and Bunnell. And you're watching WCBL action here on FloCollege. Bottom of the 7th inning in Moose Jaw. Caden Ransom, the right fielder, will lead it off here in the Miller's 7th. Caden Ransom, Jacob Mraz, and Braden Bunnell. Due up for the black and yellow, chasing their 41st victory of the season. Trying to get the win for Jacob Glazner, the starter today, who, with a win today, would tie a league record with 9 wins on the season. Caden Ransom at the plate here for Moose Jaw for the first time tonight, spelling off Will Edwards in right field. The first pitch from Colton Bank is in for ball 1, 1-0. That one right down the middle with a fastball from the left-handed pitcher, Colton Bank. 1-1 on Caden. Pride of Lincoln, Nebraska. Might as well keep it rolling. What do you think, Jenna? Famous people from Lincoln, Nebraska? I think Larry the Cable Guy is from there. How about Hillary Swank? Do you remember Hillary Swank? James remembers her. Dick Cheney. Janine Turner, star of Friday Night Lights. Ashley Graham, supermodel. You wouldn't know her, no? Curveball got Ransom swinging. Leadoff strikeout in the bottom of the 7th inning here for Caden Ransom, one away as Jacob Mraz comes to the plate for Moose Jaw. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Larry the Cable Guy is from Pawnee City, Nebraska. You got me. I would have to get Nate Mensick in on that one. Tell us where Pawnee City, Nebraska. I feel it's close to Lincoln. Jacob Mraz at the plate here for the Millers, and a 21-5 lead over the Regina Red Sox. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. Ball 3 in the dirt here on Jacob Mraz. I know you were wanting to know famous people from Meade, Colorado. Rachel Crow, do you watch The X Factor? Singer, actress, and The X Factor finalist from 1998. What year were you born, Jenna? 2004. Not even close. A 4-pitch walk issued to Jacob Mraz here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Braden Bunnell will come to the plate here for the Millers from Mandan, North Dakota. And his first pitch is pulled foul down the third base line. I'll save you some time. The list of famous people from Mandan, North Dakota begins and ends with Braden Bunnell. 0-1, the count on the Bismarck State infielder. This one tipped foul, 0-2. Gary Swan is on deck. Here's a roller to third. And it's thrown away by the third baseman. Desk will check into right field, and safe with a single is Braden Bunnell. To second goes Jacob Mraz. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now runners at first and second for the Millers with a 21-5 lead. First pitch swinging by Gary Swan. Fouled back and out of play. You know, the Swans are tuned in from Peoria, Arizona, and I feel like the older generation's the only one really getting anything out of my famous people list here tonight. But Peoria, Arizona, famous people, Richard Pryor. She just shakes her head. Voted by many the top comedian of all time. Doesn't mean a thing to her. Richard Pryor, the star of Brewster's Millions. I like him. 0-2 the count here on Gary Swan. This one fouled off by Gary, stays alive at 0-2. Jimmy Kurtz is on deck. Oh, hang on. Richard Pryor's from Peoria, Illinois, not Arizona, like my buddy Joe Girardi from Peoria, Illinois as well. False start. Stop the presses. 0-2 the count here on Gary Swan. Bank kicks and delivers low and inside for ball 1, 1-2.
What do you think? Chow mein or yakisoba? Yakisoba's a thicker beer. Oh, you know what?
This one tip foul, and Gary Swan stays alive at 1-2. Colton Bank on the mound for Regina, the 4th pitcher they've used today. Red Sox come into the game 24-29, 3rd in the Eastern Division. This one hit along the ground to the shortstop, and that one thrown away by the shortstop Brady By, and the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacob Mraz to third, Braden Bunnell to second, Gary Swan to first. We'll pause a moment. 21-5 the Millers lead here in the 7th inning on FloCollege.
Cole St. Pierre, the winner of the Thomas Soto autographed jersey. You can claim that down at the Mid-Muffler Break and Wheel ticket window. Number 10, Jimmy Kurtz.
Jimmy Kurtz to the plate, the designated hitter tonight. Bases loaded, one out in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the first pitch is a fastball from Colton Bank in for a strike. 0-1 here on Jimmy. 6th at bat for Kurtz in the ball game. He's walked, singled, flied out to left, grounded out to second, and doubled. This one, a chopper toward first. Cox the throw to second. They'll get the force out there. It'll score a run. Jacob Mraz comes home. Jimmy Kurtz is safe in the fielder's choice. Gary Swan thrown out at second.
Number 11, Michael Rago.
Michael Rago comes to the plate here now with 2 out and runners on the corners. This one piped down the middle by Bank for strike one called on Michael Rago. 0-1. Pacey Phillips on deck here for the Millers. Outside for a ball, 1-1. You talked to the skipper, Michael Gonzalez, and this was, I mentioned I talked to him a couple of times prior to the game today, but not about this. So what does he credit this club's success this year with? Curveball in for strike two, 1-2. Recruiting. Credits the pitching coach, Jeff Freeborn, the general manager, Corey Olofsson. So he had a little to do with it, Gonzo said, but it's the talent, of course. I think there's a little more to it than that. I think it's the chemistry that all comes from the coach himself, Michael Gonzalez. 2-2 the count here. He will be coach of the year, no doubt, in 2026 in the WCBL. The 2-2 swung on, and down goes Michael Rago to end the inning. We'll go to the 8th. With the Millers up 22-5 and due up for the visitors, Regina, Pierre, and Kepke. You are watching FloCollege Baseball.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
And now the mound, number 33, Nathan Show. Hitting off for Regina, number 31, Regina.
Top of the 8th here at Ross Wells Park. Regina, Mateo Pierre, and Derek Kepke due up for the visitors. The numbers 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Nathan Peugeot has come into the game for the Moose Jaw Miller Express with a 22-5 lead. I don't need Google to tell you famous people from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Jenna. Clark Gillies, Ed Stanowski, Doug Smale come to mind. Al Capone doesn't count. He wasn't born here, exactly. Hockey Town, Hockey Town, Hockey Town. Scott Schultz, number 1 overall pick in the CFL draft from 2001, my good friend. Former San Diego Charger and Pittsburgh Steeler. Swing and a miss. Rob Carney, of course. Sweating with the oldies, Rob Carney. Kevin Ogle. You from here, Chumley? Nobody else will take you. The DJ here, Kevin Ogle. It's an esteemed list. Peugeot hits the batter. And Regina walks it off as he heads down to first.
Number 21, Mateo Pierre.
Mateo Pierre, the designated hitter, comes to the plate here for Regina in the top of the 8th inning. Changeup from Peugeot is in for a strike, 0-1. Curveball from Peugeot in for strike 2, called 0-2. Gentlemen, also on the list, Lorne Calvert and Miss Universe Canada, Sierra Burchell. Right? Now, don't thank me, it's Google. It's on the internet. It's got to be true. And a swing and a miss, and down goes Mateo Pierre for 1 away. Brennan Ray, that's her husband, right?
Like I told you, I was doing like 13, 14-hour days, and like extended myself way too much. I should have just took a couple days off. And
Derek Kepke, the catcher, comes to the plate. Chance Deskelchek on deck for the Red Sox.
maybe took a week off.
Fastball from Peugeot in for ball 1, 1-0. Dylan Barker, number 1. Hey, I remember Hamilton Tiger Cats. Nicest teeth in Moose Jaw, if that means anything. It's not saying a lot, James. 1-1 the count here on Kepke.
And you know, the stupidest thing is, we don't really need to find out. No, we don't.
Red Sox going to wind up their regular season Wednesday night versus Weyburn. This one batted towards short and unable to come up with that. Is that Pacey in at short?
Your health is way more important.
No.
Number 43, Chance Deskelchek.
Like it is.
Daniel Concepcion is in at short. Yeah, the pitcher is in at short. A 1-out single for Daniel Kepke, and the Red Sox have 2 aboard here in the top of the 8th inning as Chance Deskelchek, the third baseman, comes to the plate here.
But you might as well enjoy life instead of working your ass off. When you don't need to, right?
Strike 1 called here on Deskelchek. He's at the plate for the 4th time tonight. He has doubled, walked, and grounded out to short. 22-5, Miller's lead in the 8th inning. 1 out, 2 on for the Red Sox as Peugeot checks the runner at second. Now high and inside with this one, 2-1. 22 runs on 22 hits for the Millers here tonight. This one, a roller to short. Concepcion steps on the bag, throw to first, and that will end the ball game. Chance Deskolchuk hits into a double play, and that'll end it after 8. Another win for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, number 41 on the season. And they take it tonight over the visiting Regina Red Sox, 22-5. Millers will wrap up the regular season Wednesday night at Saskatoon, and we'll see you the next time, Friday night, for Game 1 of the WCBL playoffs, first round against an as-yet-to-be-named opponent. Get your tickets ahead of time, and if you can't do that, we'll have the broadcast here on FloCollege Baseball. One more time, your final score, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 22, the Regina Red Sox 5. For Jenna Moore, this is Rod Peterson saying good night, everybody, from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Thanks, Liz.